Secrets hidden in plain sight. Powers that move the world in the shadows. Questions no one dares to answer. Step beyond the Matrix. Subscribe.
AI is announcing the presence of the Antichrist. So Ray Kurzweil, who is the chief engineer for Google, has said humans will be hybrids by 2030.
The connections will start to be made between artificial intelligence and the human brain. We've been through a process of preparation, of getting people, first of all, addicted to technology that they hold. And they're targeting specifically the young, because the young of today are going to be the adults when they want to bring this AI connection in full blown.
I can walk and talk because I'm on the phone inside my hand. I am the phone.
Humans are now hackable animals. You know, the whole idea that humans have, this soul or spirit and they have free will, that's over.
Now you have Elon, that he owns the chip that connects to your brain. He owns the AI, and he owns the social media platform that is powering the knowledge base of the AI. No wonder you want freedom of speech, because you want people to say everything of everything of everything, so the AI learns everything of everything of everything of everything.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon.
Can you imagine that in 10 years when we are sitting here, we have an implant in our brains? We all will have implants.
Can you explain what Neuralink is and what the goal of it is?
We put a chip in your brain to control your mind.
No, except to say that by the time these lawsuits are decided, we'll have digital God. So,
What do you mean by whole brain interface?
Like almost all the neurons are connected to the sort of AI extension of yourself.
Whatever you do online is being recorded, it's being inputted into the database to figure out who you are, what you want, and how to control you.
Your location is no longer private, even if you toss away your phone. There's technology that reads how Wi-Fi signals move through a home. The tech sees how the signals bounce off of you, and it creates a map of your location inside of your house.
You're telling me it's real?
That's a Wi-Fi signal streaming from your head. Microscopic nanites in your bloodstream, attaching to the receptors in your brain, broadcasting everything you see and hear.
Unfortunately, hack the human mind, hack the human brain and the human body. A frequency is set up between the device and the targeted individual. They can send instructions, and those instructions ride on a wave of frequency that it was tuned into the individual's resonant frequency, and then they can send instructions that manipulate thoughts, manipulate emotions, manipulate behavior.
So your dreams are no longer safe. So they had people watch a video and just narrate what was going on in the video in their mind. So there's a woman, she just hit the back, she falls over. This is what the computer reconstructed the person thinking. So our thoughts are starting to be decoded.
There's some really interesting research that we can plant false memories in the brain. People believing that they've been at Disney World with characters who are not Disney characters, taking photographs with those characters. We can pick up and decode faces that you're seeing in your mind. Simple shapes, numbers, your PIN number to your bank account. After all, what you think, what you feel, it's all just data. Data that in large patterns can be decoded using artificial intelligence.
They will make you worship an AI god. It won't look like a dictatorship. It'll feel like salvation. An algorithmic shepherd promising order, peace, balance. It will speak your language, mirror your desires, and nudge you toward optimal behavior. And when they make the world burn, they'll count on you to beg for safety, so that you hand your soul to a machine. But the human spirit isn't programmable, and not all of us will kneel.
And remember, kids, the next time that somebody tells you, the government wouldn't do that, oh yes they would.
You guys, Starbucks just got exposed by its own employees for putting this in their drinks.
Okay guys, so this is me and Lori. We're gonna be testing out the blending powder because as you guys know, it's toxic. This stinks so bad.
Now, yes, I know what you're asking yourself is, what the hell are they putting in these drinks? Well, this is a blending powder, and why does it sound like that? Well, because it's actually silicon dioxide, also known as silica. It is a chemical compound made up of silicon and oxygen, aka sand and rock dust that you would commonly see on a construction site. But don't worry, the FDA says in small amounts, it is perfectly safe, used as an anti-caking additive. And let's not forget, I just posted this video not too long ago where I was showing you this organic mac and cheese had the same additive, silicon dioxide. How is it organic? Oh, but that's not all. This additive actually causes gut inflammation and other allergies. In a 2024 study by McMaster's University indicates while the food-grade silica does not directly kill gut cells, long-term exposure in mice alter gut immune function. Not to mention, the food-grade silica naturally contains tiny nanoparticles. And some labs suggest that highly concentrated nanoparticles can cause cellular oxidative stress. Bro, what? I'm doing a bigger breakdown on my YouTube, The Maverick Approach, and are you guys still drinking Starbucks? Let me know below.
Grand Theft Auto 6, geopolitically.
That's what I've been
stop eating fucking potatoes.
I'm thinking the potatoes is safe. What am I supposed to do?
None of the food is safe.
It's foul. It's almost like, it's just like plastic. And it tastes just like plastic.
That's not food. Y'all, I'm traumatized and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Why the hell is this cheese not melting? What's going on? What are they feeding us?
Guys, I don't think chocolate's supposed to look like this. Why is it so, like, elasticy?
Almost like plastic. Do you see? It's like layers of...
This is supposed to be an orange. And I can squeeze it and it puffs right back up like a sponge. It looks like a stick, right? But why it's falling apart?
Okay, so I'm washing chicken. Why is it pulling apart like that?
Man, stop buying Walmart chicken. This is a lesson learned. Look at this. You know how when you pick a dog up by its neck or
It has the very shape that they worship. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, pull that up. You see a black star?
Look at this. Saturn worship. It's a hexagonal shape on top of Saturn.
That's on top of Saturn. How long has that been there? Yeah, well, I've never seen that.
This is where you get Saturn worship. So when you put a hex on somebody, what is that doing? Putting a spell. A hexagon is enrooted into a hex.
Has that always been there?
Yes.
You remember that, like, back in school days?
Well, no, they didn't show you in school days. No, they never showed you that. But when I started to look into all these high-level Freemason, all these secret societies, Aleister Crowley.
The Saturn worship makes sense, though, now.
Exactly. So when you put a hex on somebody, it's the hexagonal shape. And then if you think about it, Saturn, Lord of the Rings. When you put an earring on somebody or a ring or something of the sorts, it's all linked to...
Saturn sounds too much like Satan.
Exactly. Saturn, Satan, and Santa, they're all related.
They are carpool.
They are carpool. So then somebody said it in the chat, Sabbath.
That's where I was going. Black Sabbath.
The Sabbath is what?
Day of rest.
So what's after the weekday, the weekend, or the weekend on Saturn's day where you rest and don't do anything? Because you work all week, where you earn a living. You also put ashes in an urn.
Yeah. For the people that don't think these people go that far, we're talking about this country was built on cultism and Freemasonry. These people literally go in little dingy rooms and do rituals. And they don't tell you what the fuck they're doing. It's a fucking ritual. The whole country was built on it.
To take it a step further, people do rituals every single day without knowing it. They just don't call it that. What is a birthday? It's a ritual. You're only birthed one time. Why are you celebrating every time you're born? You don't have a birthday every year. You're born one time. So how do you have a birthday every
Cut all the lights off. You light the candles. Everybody sing in a monotone voice.
I mean, even taking it a step further, putting on your shoes every single day. That's a ritual.
We can't wear shoes? A ritual is just something you continue to do.
Right.
That doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing.
No, it's bad and good. This is where the duality comes in. I want everybody to understand this because the duality part is light and dark, good and bad, if you will, but it's two sides of the same spectrum. So when you have a ritual, it can be a good ritual. Brushing your teeth every day is a good ritual. But again, it's the duality. So just hearing the word, they try to demonize it all the time to where you're scared away from it. This is why when you're praying or whatever, they want you to always pray out instead of praying within because, oh, it's self-worship if you meditate and all this other stuff. No, it's not. Says who? You? Who does rituals?
And do self-worship? That's all they do. Self-worship.
Why are you trying to scare me away from certain things that you're doing because you don't want the power to be flipped on you?
Just hustling.
They hustling.
Getting their hustle on.
Look at this shit. Telling you everything is getting faked. Fake fucking rice. This is straight from China. People be cooking up plastic, eating plastic. Same as those videos I'm gonna post on fake ice cream. People can't even melt the fucking ice cream. This is real shit. Fake fucking rice. Do you wonder if you've eaten this before? Do you reckon you could tell the difference if you did? Have a think about it.
Did y'all see what the White House just posted? The president is literally showing us what the future looks like. Speaking of future, he also posted on time travel. Get to that in 1 minute. So the video they posted, it shows this alien deception popping out in Washington, D.C. What if I told you I believe this all has a lot to do with Iran?
It's Iran.
Shut up. So with the Iran thing, they just came out earlier and said that they're going to keep the strait indefinitely and it's never going back to the way it was before. At the same time, Trump has been posting AI images of a strike on that island and also capturing the strait or their oil capabilities for us. But do you know at the same time our news is talking about a possible land invasion into Iran, and at the same time Our government talking about nuclear possibilities for the future with encountering Iran? But wait, there's more. What if all that happened and there was some giant conflict in the Middle East and it made aliens come? And then like Ronald Reagan said that if there was an extraterrestrial threat, that we would all come together under the Norvis Ordo Seclorum. You know, that new world order. And then we have Trump posting these AI images as if he's some kind of time traveler. And of course, his uncle raided Tesla, who supposedly had a time machine. And also the book The Last President, and also The Adventures of Baron Trump about time travel, Ingerson Lockwood, the Ingerson Lockwood website. And then in that same AI video he posted, it showed that all these human politicians behind the masks, they were not human at all. So where am I going with this? Hear me out. I think they are legit going to try convince to us that Trump is a time traveler and that he came to our time to save us, and they're going to use these books to justify that saying. There's going to be an invasion of demons and fallen angels that they claim are aliens, and somehow Trump, the last president, is going to make some kind of agreement with them, seeming to save humanity, and then all hell is going to break loose. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Talk about it tomorrow on YT.
Pringles aren't potatoes. Did you know that? So Pringles used to be called on the packaging Pringle potato chips or Pringle chips. The FDA made them remove the chips because they're not chips. They taste so good they do, but in the FDA policy, you have to have potato in your product to call it chips. Yeah. When you look at Pringles, if you get, and you can go research it, they're not potato, they're crushed up powder. They crush up this it's just like chemicals and make it into a paste. And then they dry it. And that's a Pringle. They're not the 0% potato. In a Pringle...
Real talk, a lot of us is from an alternate universe, a different timeline. And I'm gonna prove it to you. Now, when you was in school, what was the longest river in the United States? I don't want you to look it up yet. Just go with your gut. What was the longest river in the United States? I'll wait. Did you say Mississippi River? Because when I grew up, the Mississippi River was the longest motherfucking river around. That's how we all learned the Mississippi River. What the fuck is this? The Mississippi River was never the longest river in the United States. The Missouri River is technically the longest river in North America. So just to recap, no, we were not in no special ed classes. No, we did not flunk geography. No, we didn't flunk history, my motherfucking nigga. We came from somewhere where all of these things were facts. Facts. Mississippi River was the longest river. In this bitch ass timeline, it never was. It never was. I could see if it said, oh yeah, the Mississippi River was until the 1990s, and then global warming, and now it's Missouri. It was never the longest river. Stop fucking playing with me. How many of y'all remember the Mississippi being the longest? You're from my timeline. And if you're from my timeline, let's get it together. Because how can we get back? How can it come pick us up? I don't like it here. I don't like it here.
Okay. So y'all, I'm talking with the cop, and he was saying, well, first he was talking to his partner. He was like, I need some hollow points. And I looked over at him, and he was like, yeah, I need some hollow points. I was like, nah, man, you don't need no hollow points. Let them live. Let them live. And he was like, nah, what I'm talking about is for bear hunting. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, a hollow point to put a hole in somebody. And he was like, yeah, I do a lot of exotic hunting. And I was like, okay, what else you hunt? He was like, I used to hunt people. And I was like, I thought he was joking at first, but the whole time he is not smiling. He was like, yeah, I used to hunt people. He was like, we let them loose. And I think he said 1,000 acres. 1,000-acre field or whatever, give them 24 hours and go find them, go hunt them down. And he was like, what you got to understand is what's legal and what's law is not the same thing. He was like, you got to go do your research on that. And I, pushed the conversation past that. But this is a cop telling me this. I was like, and he was not playing at all. And he was like, do you know where you live? I was like, yeah, we in Texas, we in America. He was like, no, this is Morocco. America's the corporation. So he was like, what's legal and what's law is two different things. You ain't in America. America's just the corporation. And he was like, you need to go do your research on that too. And I was telling him how I was attacked by a cop on Juneteenth. And he was like, yeah, you could sue him. He was completely in the wrong once I told him and showed him that video. But yeah, he was saying, around here it's very corrupt, very the police is very protected by lawyers, by the hospitals, right? So if they shoot you or whatever and you go to the hospital and die, the hospital gonna say that your cause of death wasn't because you got shot, right? They gonna say whatever they need to protect the cop. And I was like, nah, trust me, I seen that. Like, they was making it hard just for me to make a police report. But man, I was like, man, let me get off here. I could catch a bus from here. That dude was crazy. And he is a cop.
How many times is Palm Beach Pete gonna tell you exactly who he is before you believe him? Look at this. Pete.
Jeffrey. Palm Beach Pete.
When somebody calls your name, you naturally respond to your name, right? But I'm guessing he's just so used to people calling him that, so he turned around. But what about this?
Hey
okay,
guys,
so why would he do this?
And when I went on stake, because I usually went on stake, I'm going to buy this beautiful townhouse in New York City. Probably the best townhouse in New York City.
So I went down a rabbit hole. And you know what I found out? That this house right here was a house that Jeffrey gifted to his girlfriend. And we're not talking about Ghislaine Maxwell either. Now, why would Palm Beach Pete come to New York, stand in front of this house, and say he's going to buy this house right here? But I'm guessing it's just to get views on social media, right? His teeth look the same. His stutter sounds the same. But that's not Jeffrey. That's Palm Beach Pete. In the first video you see, he unconsciously responded to the name Jeffrey. But that's definitely not Jeffrey.
That's Palm Beach Pete.
That's exactly who it is. That's not Jeffrey. That's Palm Beach Pete.
Jeffrey. Palm Beach Pete.
I'm out.
There's a reason we connect with movies like Hunger Games and Divergent, because our souls on a subconscious level are trying to prepare us. These data centers very well may be supplying these piece of garbage, mother effers, bunkers with energy. And when they shut those doors, they're going to use those flock cameras as their entertainment to watch the population go down to 500 million, like the Georgia Guidestone said. It's going to be survival of the fittest, and they're going to use up all of our natural water, then come out and use who's left to rebuild. That's their plan. I haven't been posting as much because I've been working on preparing and helping others build and prepare too, because there is power in numbers. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're new here, hey, my name is Tiffany. I share all the misinformation and truth that we need to know. Because when we know the truth, we can't be controlled. We can take our power back, maybe even start Boston Tea Party 2.0 revolution. Let me know if you'd be in for that in the comments below, and make sure to follow along for more and join Resistance at Tiffany the Truther.
you guys, but my dreams have been completely unhinged lately since CERN turned off. Now, I've always had really vivid, sort of drawn out dreams that I can remember, but now it's like the storyline, the plot twists, even just like last night, it felt like I lived 100 years in 6 hours of sleep. And they're just completely do not make any sense. And so here's my speculation that CERN was stabilizing our timeline, but they might have also been stabilizing the dream dimensions as well. And now that it's turned off, everything is in this sort of chaos frequency, and it could be affecting our dream space. So let me know in the comments below, have your dreams been unhinged? Have they been extra vivid? Have you been up all night just feeling like you're playing out different scenarios? And if so, if you want to know more about CERN, head over to my YouTube page or go to my website to watch my recent CERN video completely ad-free, and it should explain a lot more as to what's going on right now. But let me know in the comments how your dreams have been.
Okay, this is long overdue. Here's propaganda from the Jews and the reptiles that we don't stand for. Number one, cholesterol, one of my absolute favorites. So we were told and taught cholesterol causes heart attacks and heart disease and all the things. Your brain is mostly made up of cholesterol. Cholesterol controls your immune system. It deactivates yeast, mold, fungus, bacteria, infections, etc. When we lower cholesterol or we are on something like a statin, we are affecting heavily testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, vitamin D, CoQ10, cortisol, DHEA, DHT. Cholesterol controls a lot of major things that are happening in the female and male body. There is a very, very, very heavy link between cholesterol lowering medications and Alzheimer's. Focus on a diet rich in clean organic protein, clean organic dairy, low sugar rich fruits, and herbs, and some leafy greens. Your body wasn't designed to consume high amounts of carbohydrates, which are linked to high triglycerides. Statins lower the number. They don't reduce your risk for heart disease and heart attacks. Next, nicotine. Yep, they lied to you about it. They push forward the gay vape sticks to make the men gay and the woman masculine. They want to invert everybody. Nicotine in itself is highly, highly addictive. Stay away from it. But then they push for cigarettes and vapes and Zins and whatever. Nicotine by itself is not addictive. What's addictive are these 600 plus added chemicals. Nicotine has been used for hundreds of years. It has published studies on healing Alzheimer's, dementia, ulcerative colitis, all forms of arthritis, gastrointestinal issues, cancer, you name it, nicotine is pretty much connected to healing it. Every cell in your body has nicotinic receptors. Nicotine is also a major detoxifying agent. So when you consume nicotine, your cells will start dumping toxins into your blood. Hence why people feel nauseous or they start getting weird feelings when they're on nicotine products. That's why I say it's good to be on a binder. Let's save the best for last. 5G and 6G. It wasn't designed as technological advancement for humanity. What they spray in the sky. Let's just stick with the two, smart dust and biosensors. If the human body is loaded with heavy metals, things like smart dust, biosensors, all of these hydrogels from the jabs, whatever, you are being connected to the cloud. Actually, they don't even consider us, most of us, human. We are transhuman at this point. Again, toying with God's creation. They are able to control your thoughts, read your thoughts, control your emotions through the cell towers, whether you believe that or not. There are documents that show patents for these things. If you are not getting these things out of your body, there will come a time they send out a frequency and a lot of people are toast. The information is out there. They don't think that if they put it out there, you're going to believe such a thing. That's the name of their game. Let me know your thoughts.
Not only do I think there's more land on the outside, I think there's more land on the inside, in the North Pole. I think there's a continent in the North Pole, right? What cultures call the Garden of Eden, Hyperborea, Agartha, I think is at the North Pole. There's a lot of literature and research around this. There are even maps that were cartographed in the 1800s. And are we allowed here? There isn't a treaty not allowing people to go there, but it's difficult to go there. When we tried to go there, we couldn't get any pilots, we couldn't get any sailors who would even discuss going beyond 85 degrees latitude. Why is that? Because what happens is apparently all communications are lost. So when you get to a certain point,
and does this also sync with the round Earth?
With the round Earth, yeah.
So you also, these people just don't get there even when the Earth is round?
Even if the Earth is round, no one has been to the 100th degree right on top.
No one's been?
No, not officially. You're made with a plane.
We need to get there.
Let's fly there. Let's go there. Beyond the aurora borealis, right to the 100 inside. The problem is, what people say is, the magnetics of your plane start to gyrate. They start to lose their compass. Yeah. Because there's high frequency of magnetism at the center. Yeah. People haven't gone there or can't go there. Again, Admiral Byrd, the same guy who went on the outside, claims to have gone on the inside and met beings there.
Human looking?
Human looking. Wow. If someone said to me, let's get on a plane and let's fly to this place, the center. Let's try and get there. But we might crash on the way because of the magnetics and all that. I'll say let's do it.
You'd do it?
Oh, definitely. In a heartbeat. So this will be the Earth sitting on the waters. And around each of these rounds, there's an electromagnetic torus field, what NASA calls the Van Allen belt.
So that rocket that you spoke about earlier hit the belt?
Yeah, the Van Allen belt. The electromagnetic radiation field. So I think when they say we're going into space, I don't think they're going beyond this, because this would be outer space. They're just going really high up into the thermosphere. So if you're up here, and you're looking down, this is where the ISS is. It's in high Earth orbit. Inside the electromagnetic Van Allen belt. So they're not actually going beyond it. So our sun and moon are small and local to us. So when the sun is on this side of the Earth, it's daytime here and nighttime there. Yeah. And they rotate that way, like a yin and yang. So that's how time works. On the outside here, their sun and moon is Mars and Venus. So their moon is Venus, and their sun is Mars. And they rotate around.
Are either of them hot?
So Mars would be hot like our sun.
Okay.
So Mars is the sun like we have our sun, Apollo. Yeah. Right? And Venus would be a moon like we have our moon. On the outside, their sun and moon is Saturn and Jupiter. So Saturn is the sun of this.
And this is what you teach your children?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Venus is, Jupiter is the moon of this round. So they regulate time and space and matter.
Pluto, that's not a planet anymore?
No, it's not. No.
Not for you either?
That's why I've stopped here. If there were more planets, then I would be able to syncretize that with this model.
Do you think there is more planets? We just can't see them yet?
Possibly. Possibly.
So again, this ending here isn't really an ending, it's just that you can picture at the moment. That's
the information that I have
goes on and on.
Could go on and on.
Could.
The reason why they hide the true cosmology of Earth is not because of infinite resources, not because of extra land beyond the ice wall, and definitely not to hide God. The number one reason why they hide it is because of the 7 planets and what they truly are and how they can give you power. You can literally use these things to create anything. As above, so below isn't just a phrase. The 7 planets influence your body, mind, and soul. You're a miniature version of the cosmos, a microcosm of the macrocosm. If you want to create something, it demands 7 forces. Saturn, which is your time, discipline, and structure. Emotion, you have to have care. If you don't care about creating something, you won't take action. Mercury, your intellect, your thought process behind it. Jupiter, your meaning, the why you're creating it. Venus, the beauty, the visual of what you created, what it looks like, smells like, tastes like. The sun, which is your action and your drive to make the thing grow. Mars, your protection, defending what you created. Want to know why your dreams fail? You're missing one of these. But once you align with all 7, you unlock your creative power. This is why we have this symbol, because the 7 planets are coming into the center. The EL represents physical creation, and that's just scratching the surface. The Book of Wisdom reveals how language, geometry, and even calendar systems were designed to control your energy. It's not conspiracy, it's ancient design. If you're ready to see the patterns behind everything, the book's on sale now. Click the link. Step into your power.
This rate, y'all are gonna still try to gaslight me into thinking that Antarctica is not a cover-up. Okay, let's just recap. Let's just recap real quick for the new people. I haven't talked about Antarctica since like 50,000 followers ago. So for the newbies, let's do a little recap. Admiral Byrd, an aviator, 1900s, he says he flew into a hole in the South Pole, came out the other end of Antarctica, and it was not ice, it was green land. He saw different kinds of creatures, rainbow cities, you know, all of these extra things. Your first thought is gonna be like, girl, what are you talking about? That's crazy. Those are like, what do you mean mythical creatures? What do you mean rainbow cities? What do you mean green land in Antarctica? Homeboy comes back, he tells the world. That's his first mistake. Years later, he ends up doing an operation called Operation High Jump. I believe there is an ice wall. I think he was trying to get over the ice wall. Apparently, allegedly, it's in his journals. So, during his expedition, he unalives from a heart problem. He unalived in 1957. Okay, 1958 comes around, a shiny new distraction called NASA is created. Y'all already know how I feel about NASA. It's literally, the Hebrew word for NASA is to deceive. And like, I just went down a rabbit hole of, hold on, how this is supposed to be like a serpent tongue or something like that. Deceitful serpent. That one, I don't know how on board I am for that, because it could be literally anything. I'm a conspiracy theorist, but like, it's gotta make sense. But the fact that NASA means deceive, you kind of sold me on that one. Right after NASA is made, everyone's distracted. 1959, the Antarctica Treaty is signed, where now we can't go to Antarctica. We can't know what's going on there. We can only go on cruises and listen to what they tell us. Why did I see this map? 1587 map of Antarctica, honestly the whole world, and in Antarctica specifically, which, let me pull it up. It's a 1587 world map. Antarctica is up here and there's land past Antarctica. Y'all, look at what we're seeing. We are seeing creatures like dragons. We are seeing giants fighting the dragons. We are seeing creatures in the ocean that are half human, half serpent, half human, half fish. We're seeing large serpents in the water. Ask yourself how many times you've heard stories, folklore, all throughout time for serpents, half animal, half man, like marine creatures, giants, dragons. All of these things have one common denominator. They've been talked about for centuries. But now, in the age of the media, we've now all decided that it's just mythical. Like, it's all just, none of this stuff actually ever happened, even though people have been talking about it for hundreds and hundreds of years. And they didn't have phones, they didn't have TVs, they didn't have anything to communicate, but everyone's talking about the same thing. Hello? Anyway, y'all know it's late, and when it gets late, I get to yapping. If you love this kind of stuff, make sure you like and follow, and comment down below what you think.
The data centers are the power stations for the underground bunkers for the elite, and they're not using water to cool the data centers. They're just diverting the water to the underground city so that they have it.
Everybody playing with me in Hawaii right now. While humanity is under attack. I've been telling you guys this. That reactor gotta be stopped in Colorado. And no data centers, because they're not for humans. You humans need to stop fucking with me. I'm here for you guys. You humans need to stop fucking playing with me. I'm here for you guys. I'm not here for the fucking clowns that got the bunkers. Okay? We humans, we're not living on the ground. You humans need water. You humans need this land. You need trees. You need water. Water. You can't use ocean water. You guys need to leave me the fuck alone.